Hello, my fellow horse lovers. Hey, it's Wednesday in the arena. Dr. Pamela, and I'm Dr. Pamela. Welcome to my private arena. Come on in. I'm so excited today. I want to share with you something that I hear all the time from a lot of my clients and a lot of people that I have in my pathway calls. And I was just on a coaching call on Monday with somebody, and she was like, I just wish I could hear what my horse was telling me. She's like, I know my horses are talking to me, but I don't always know what they're saying. She says, I just struggle to hear what they're saying to me, and I really wish I knew because she's like, I wish that I could tell the days when they feel like being ridden or the days they don't, because if I could read my horse better and hear what they're communicating with me, she's like, then I could probably avoid those bad rides, those instances that probably aren't as pleasant as they could be, right? So today I want to share with you my top 3 strategies so that you can hear what your horse is telling you. And this is coming straight from my clients. And I always start off by just getting quiet, right? We can't hear what ourselves are saying. Like, we can't even hear our own thoughts if we're not quiet, right? When we're out in the barn and we're yakking on the cell phone or listening to the radio, have the radio blaring, even listening to a podcast. And I'm not saying it's wrong. Like, I listen to stuff when I'm out cleaning poop. Sometimes I, multitask and schedule a phone call while I'm cleaning poop. But that's not the time when I'm wanting to really tune into my horse. So if I want to really tune into my horses and really hear what they are wanting to communicate and share with me on that particular day or moment or hour, I have to be quiet. I have to be quiet with them. And it just starts by just taking a few deep breaths, right? Which which leads me into my second top strategy is about being grounded, right? We start by getting grounded or quiet, taking a few deep breaths, and then really getting grounded. And for me, that's getting into my headspace or out of my headspace and into my heart space, right? You cannot hear what these amazing spiritual energetic beings who live in the 5D realm, you can't hear what they're saying to you if you are not grounded. Like, horses are super grounded. They have like 4 legs, so they're way more grounded than we are, right? Their feet are always touching the ground. They're not walking around too much, I would hope, on concrete or different things. They are on the ground and grounded. And so it's so important, right, that you get grounded. And one of the ways that I start after I take a few deep breaths, get quiet, consciously think, stop thinking, Pamela, get out of your head space. Tell those voices to be quiet for a little bit. You know, those voices that, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that, I need to get to the store, I got that, like those voices, right? The to-do voices. Tell them to stop, get into that space of being, right? And one of the things I do, so simple, is I clear my polarity. And everything has a polarity, right? Batteries have a negative and a positive charge. And so we have a positive and negative charge. And one of the ways we can clear our polarity is super simple. You take your index and your middle finger on your right hand, and you swipe from right to left, pick up, right to left, pick up, and just swipe 3, 4, 5 times on your forehead to clear your polarity and get grounded, right? And the other thing that I always make sure of is part of being grounded is you can't be super grounded if you're not hydrated. And if you're not alkaline, a lot of times I will just, like, if I'm having a hard time tapping into the messages from the animals, I'll go drink some water and get hydrated. And it's so simple, but yet so profound, I feel. And it's the same with the horses, right? If they're not hydrated, they end up having issues. So why wouldn't we need to be hydrated also? So we start out by getting quiet. Next, we get grounded, getting out of our head into our heart space, taking the deep breaths. And the third thing I do, which is part of my sync method that I teach, and I will be having a self-paced sync method program coming out next month. So comment below, yes, if you would be interested in doing that when it comes out, and I will make sure that I get you on the top of the wait list. But part of that's the sync method is really tuning into the energy of the horse, right? And we're quiet, we're grounded. And one of the ways I tune into the energy of the horse is simply by placing a hand on them, right? Just placing a hand and connecting. And when you start doing these three basic things like every day on a regular basis, I promise you, you are going to start noticing things and hearing things. And sometimes it's not like the horses like, talk to us, although sometimes like the horses do talk to me. I actually, the night before last, I had a horse come to me, woke me up at 4 in the morning and was like, "Hello, like my mom's not listening to me. Could you please give her a message?" Like I shit you not. Like they do talk, but we don't always listen, right? The reason we can't hear our horses is because we're not in that space to listen, and it's hard. I get it. We are living in a very busy world. But I'm telling you, if you do these three things, just a few minutes a day with your horse, after like a month or a couple weeks, you will start seeing a difference and hearing those subtleties. They're very subtle. Sometimes they're just the blink of an eye, the twitch of an ear, a sigh, an exhale. But every little thing that the horse does means something. So that is my challenge to you this week. Start incorporating these three simple strategies with your horse and start paying attention to the very small subtle things. And I look forward to hearing the messages that you start getting from your horses. So until next week, noon central, enjoy your horse.